Hey UConn Nation, it's KK Arnold here. If you're looking for the latest UConn women's basketball content, go subscribe to Listen Up to Phil and Ryan. Go Huskies!
Welcome back to Phil and Rye on Listen Up. And we kind of apologize for having this video out a little late. Today we're talking about the Ines Bettencourt transfer. Also, don't forget to keep liking, subscribing, commenting away. Again, the support has been insane with the subs, the likes, and everybody coming through in the comments section. We love to interact with all you guys. I believe we're at 2.04 subs, I think, already. So
Five,
I can't,
five.
yeah, I can't hardly keep track anymore. It's
Yeah.
going up so much every single day. But we sadly lost two Huskies in the span of just under 24 hours, I guess. The first one was Amari DeBerry, and then it was Ines Bettencourt. And unfortunately for Ines, it was kind of the same situation as Amari, where Ines didn't really play that much time. And again, I think the overall reason was about the same as it was for DeBerry. There's just so much talent on this team, especially at the guard position. So we really only got to see Ines at the end of games when the score was kind of lopsided. Betancourt came all the way from Portugal to join the Huskies in 2022. So in her 2 years with the team, she played 53 games and only started in one of them. Although Ines didn't really get an opportunity to show off her full skill set, I think she was very similar to Amari in terms of her personality. Just always seemed to have a smile on her face, always kept the energy levels high, and cheered on her teammates. And I know she was a fan favorite from the moment she arrived in stores. So I'm kind of sad to see Enesco and that we didn't really get to see her that much, but she still has 2 years left. So wherever she ends up, I hope she can get an opportunity and shine with the best. But now looking at this situation from a team perspective from UConn, that leaves us with two available roster spots now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Gino and the coaching staff can do in the transfer portal, trying to find a player that best fits with the system. Maybe an experienced forward or center like Tamia Gardner, Aja Petty. There's definitely going to be a lot of options out there, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Man, forever my son. That's what Paige Becker said, Ryan. And she left a heartwarming message. It said for Ines Bettencourt amid NCAA transfer portal decision. And that's from Sports Kita. So that's where I got that info from. I saw that, of course, it was a post from Ines and a post from looks like Paige Becker's when the news dropped. Yeah, I mean, Ines Bettencourt, to be honest with you, she can develop fast. I really believe that too. Again, if you're at UConn but still have not shined to your full potential, I think that you can, because it speaks volumes just to be able to land on that roster, right? Am I wrong? So I think wherever she goes, that she will be great. Although we didn't get to see a lot from Bettencourt, like it says here, Bettencourt appeared in 53 games, Ryan, over 2 seasons as a member of the Huskies. However, she made just one start, so maybe a lot of minutes put in at the back half of games, like you said, but she only averaged about 1 point. Um, in just 7.2 minutes, it says per game. So, yeah, a lot to work on, but again, a lot to believe in when you speak about Ines Bettencourt. Let's go over into some comments, Ryan, as we start off with Jason D'Amico. I've always been a fan of Amari. I hope she finds a school that will help her reach her goals and will be rooting for her always. Peace.
Yeah, no, I think for Ines, it might be better, maybe like a mid-major school. I don't really think she's gonna go to, an LSU or a South Carolina. But I definitely think she has the potential to be a really good player for maybe a smaller school where she can really thrive and be in a starting position for almost every single game. So yeah, definitely wish her the best wherever she goes, and I really do hope in the 2 years that she has left she can find that starting role and really help a team out in a lot more ways.
Iggy, it was pretty clear Amari has issues playing at high D1 competitive levels. The physicality needed to play defense and score wasn't something Amari showed she had when given the opportunity. The UConn staff has immense experience in coaching bigs. They know what it takes and what the player needs to do. And not all kids are able to make the transition from high school to D1 college. Ines needs to, needs more time on court so she can get a good Euro career offer. Don't blame her. UConn is a heavy guard team, and the freshmen this year are already playing at a higher level than Ines was able. Great kids, just not great fits for UConn given where they are compared to others.
Yeah, and like I said, not everybody fits, unfortunately, with the Yukon system. And I think for Amari, it's not easy for everybody to make the transition, like they said, whether it's from high school to college or college to the professional level. It's just not meant for everybody. But hopefully for Amari, she can find another team in her last year and work some problems that she may have out with another team, be in a system where it works for her, and hopefully she can shine with that team. And I do agree with that for Ines. She didn't really play that many minutes with the Huskies, so she definitely needs some more, a lot more on the court action to really prove and show off what skills she can provide for whatever team she lands on. And like I said, hopefully she can develop into a starting role player. And then at the end of her career, hopefully get an opportunity to play somewhere at a professional level.
Victor Lopez, you guys need to get the record straight. She was given plenty of opportunities, but she never played slash practiced to the standards of UConn. If you have listened to Gino's comments over the years, along with Chris Daly's about Amari, you have known that she doesn't practice hard at all and doesn't like playing in the paint. She is too soft. What a waste of talent. She has the skills to learn, but didn't want to put in the time and effort that it takes to play at UConn. If you don't do that at UConn, you are not going to play. Hopefully, UConn will get another big, not knowing how Yana will play after sitting out a year. Go Huskies. Next year is your, he goes, next year is your to win it all. I guess he means your year. I don't know if I would go that far. I mean, Ryan, I'll ask you this. You don't have to get into detail. I've tried plenty of stuff in life that I haven't liked. I mean, I attempt to try it and I just can't do it. Whether that's fear in the mind, fear in the brain. A lot of people aren't going to sit down and admit that, though, to you. I mean, I'm asking you, have you ever tried anything that you've had fear that's just held you back and you're like, man, this is just not for me?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it happens with everybody. Or if it hasn't, I guess you haven't you haven't really
Yeah.
tried it enough things. But yeah, I mean, it's so many things that it could really be for Amari. I just don't really think it's one specific thing for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the transition was tough. I mean, she definitely has the talent to play at UConn, at a school like UConn, but it might have been effort at practice. But I think, the overall thing that I really noticed is that she never really gained the trust of Gino. So, maybe it was something at practice or, stuff off the court. But like I said, hopefully she can figure some things out, land at a school that she really likes, and get a lot more minutes there.
All right, Ryan. I will go and leave it right there. And the story of life is quicker than the wink of an eye. The story of love is hello and goodbye. Man, we love this UConn Huskies women's basketball team. We hate to say goodbye to anybody before their 4 years are up, but Ryan, here's 2 already. We bid a farewell to as I look forward to seeing you later this week as we have to try to not predict, but come up with some of our own news, I'd say. And that's going to be a challenge. The off season, I told you, officially official. Phil and Rye, officially official right now on Listen Up.